Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my course at Matlab. My name is Samuel Akwensivier. I was a former TA for the Mechanical Engineering Department in KNUST. In this course, we are going to learn about Matlab, a very powerful software that engineers and scientists all over the world use. And not even just engineers and scientists, economists and finance workers also use Matlab to calculate like a lot of computation. Like it's a software just for calculation. It's just for calculation. Okay, so we are going to dive in here and then see what Matlab is all about. So Matlab, to use Matlab, you would have to download it. Okay, so you can go to the MathWorks website. Okay, MathWorks is the company that makes Matlab. Okay, so you can go to their website, matlab.mathworks.com. Okay, and then you can find instructions there about how to download it. Okay, but then apart from downloading it, you can use it online. Okay, so if you are using it online and you are using it for free, they give you 20 hours per month. Okay, so as you can see, I have used 1.5 hours of my 20 hours already. Yeah, so when you go there, there are a lot of things that can help you. Okay, so you have the help center here. You can learn more about MathWorks by clicking on this. You can exchange files with other people that are here. Okay, so you can go to the website and explore what MathWorks has for you. Alright, so let's jump in. And then I've already signed in. When you go to the website, you would have to sign in. Okay, I've already signed in, as you can see here. So to open Matlab, you just click on this button right here to open it. So Matlab it stands for Matrix Laboratory. It was developed in 1984 by someone by the name of Clive Muller and Jack Little. And then they were the ones who founded the MathWorks company. Okay, so Matrix Laboratory, which means that it was originally intended to compute matrices. So if you have taken your linear algebra class, you should know what matrices are, and then you should know the level of pain that you have to pass through to calculate, see, a 3x3 matrix. Even 3x3 matrix, see the way you are suffering. Imagine you are calculating 4x4 matrix. I remember during the last year of my course, in one exam, I had to calculate a 9x9 matrix. Can you imagine doing that by hand? It's almost impossible. So it was specifically made to calculate, do computations on matrices. Okay, and you know how important matrices are important in engineering. So apart from matrices, over time they added more functionality to it. Okay, so as of now, Matlab is very big. That's a lot of toolboxes. Okay, toolboxes are like libraries that you can use alongside Matlab. Okay, so there are toolboxes for robotics, data analysis, data science, AI, machine learning. They can all be done here. Yeah, you can do optimization. You can solve differential equations. You can solve any calculus problem that you want here. Basically anything mathematical, you can do it here. Okay, so let's look at the interface here and then let's see what we have. Alright, so yeah, this is a website, so it has a tab here to let you access some of the website's specific functionalities. You will not find this if you have downloaded it onto your computer. Okay, so you have the home tab right here, and then on the home tab you can see new scripts, new live scripts. You can open new files from here. Okay, so a script file, live script file, as we have seen here. Okay, so we have a function file, live function, a class, test class. It has object-oriented programming inbuilt into it too, so you can do object-oriented programming with it. That's a lot. Yeah, so from GitHub, if you have some Matlab code on GitHub, you can import them through here. Figure and then app. Okay, Yeah, you can create apps too with Matlab. Yeah, so and then open a certain file on your computer, import data, save your workspace, clean data. You can, apart from creating variables, you can create variables with the Matlab programming language. Okay, see x equals 1. Yeah, but then you can also create a new variable here, and then you can open the variable and see what the variable is about. Yeah, so create a new variable. This is what you get. So you can name it here. Should be able to name it here. Okay, so this is what you get when you create a new variable from there. Okay, so yeah, so there are a lot of things here. The layout, you can customize your layout here. Okay, you can customize the layout here. So we'll get to the layout soon. Yeah, then set path. When you download it onto your computer, the set path will let you add folders. Okay, that Matlab should set for when you are opening a file. So if you have not added a certain directory to Matlab, a certain path to Matlab will not see the files that are there. Okay, so add-ons, preferences to edit the appearance, mostly the appearance and other things on Matlab. Okay, so this white background like this can make it black and all of that. Okay, so you have the second tab here is the plots. Okay, so here it says select a variable to plot, so let's select this x here. Yes, I think if I go here, I think you can only do a box plot for it, but then there are other plots. Let me create another variable here, and then let's see more plots. Why are all the plots not showing? Maybe it's my network. Okay, no, we will get into it later. And we have apps. That's why I'm talking about creating apps. You can create apps with it, and these are various apps that you can see. So care filter optimization, PID tuner. Those who have done control systems, you will be familiar with the PID tuner. And then signal analyzer. Okay, deep network, classification learner. That's the machine learning and deep learning, as I said. Okay, and then control systems, math and statistics, signal processing, image processing, and computer vision. Okay, so it has a lot of things packed in, and then this is just the basic version. Okay, if you add more toolboxes, you get more functionalities with it. Okay, yeah, so let's talk about the layout here. Okay, so the layout, this is the layout where you can customize the layout, but then let's go through it. So the first and most important window is the command window. Okay, so here you can input commands like a terminal. Okay, it's like a terminal for the Matlab programming language, where you can input commands and then it will give you answers right away. Okay, so as I said, it can be used as a calculator. So let's say 2 plus 2, and that will give you an answer of 4. Okay, so you can use it as a basic calculator. Yeah, and then you have the files column. So when you're on your computer, this is where all your added paths, the set paths, this is where all your paths will appear. Okay, and then the current directory that you are working in, when you save any file, it comes here. So as you can see, I've already saved a file here. Okay, we'll come back to the file shortly. And you have the workspace. Okay, so if you've noticed, you can see X here, right? This is X. You can see X here, and it's a size 1/10. Okay, and then you can see unnamed here, size 1/1, and then ans size 1/1. So this workspace is to store all your variables. Okay, so these are the variables that we have in the current session. Okay, so we have our X, which I declared here. First I declared X here, it was 1, and then I changed it to X is equal to from 1 to 10. Okay, so the size is 1/10. Yeah, so the reason why you are seeing the size here is that anything, any variable, any number at all that you type in Matlab is considered as an array. okay, it's considered as an array or a matrix. If you want to make it simple for you, it's considered as a matrix. Okay, so a scalar quantity is just a 1 by 1 matrix. Scalar quantity is just a 1 by 1 matrix. Okay, so you can see the ans here. The ans is a default variable. Okay, so if you type any expression here without assigning it to a variable, then it gets stored in the automatic variable ans. Okay, so I can type ans here, and then we see that ans is equal to 4. Okay, so the next window is the command history. Okay, so as you can see, since I started typing, this is today's date. No, this is today's date. Okay, since I started typing, everything that I've typed has been stored inside the command history. So a self-explanatory command history of commands that you have used. All right, so let's come to the command window. You can access your previous commands from the command history by pressing your arrow keys. Okay, so here I press my up arrow key. Okay, so I can access previous commands. Okay, so I have some commands from some days ago. Okay, so I can go way back. Okay, way back. Yeah, I think since I opened this account and started using Matlab here, this was the first command that I used. Okay, the x is equal to 3. Okay, so you can access almost any command that you've typed before. Yes. Okay, so let's look at file. Let's look at file here. Let's see how file was created. So let's go up. Let's go up here. Yes, so you can see diary file.txt. So that's how I created file. Okay, so in that particular session, when I typed diary file.txt, okay, it is storing the command history, this command history. Okay, this one is automatic. Okay, it runs whenever you are typing things on the command line, the command window. Okay, so everything will be stored in the command history. But if you want to save the command history, use diary. Okay, so here I used diary file.txt. Okay, so I'm storing the commands, the previous commands, in a text file, just like that. Okay, so let's open the file.txt and then let's see what's inside. Okay, so you can see the commands that I used for that day. So sims and then z is equal to, and then it gave me an answer here. Okay, so you can edit the file as you want. Okay, because Matlab also has a built-in editor. Okay, so when I open the file, you can see that a new window has been opened here. Okay, it has pushed the command history and then the command window down. Okay, yes, so with the editor comes new tabs for you to play with. The editor tab, publish, maybe if you are publishing a function or a code or anything like that to the math, you can actually build your own toolbox. Okay, and then you can publish it. Okay, so the editor here also gives you different functions for you to work with an editor. Okay, so this file.txt, you can create, say, another file here, and then you can name it as you want and all that. Okay, so that's the basic layout. Okay, now let's go into looking at some basic commands you would use on the command line. Okay, so first one is CLC. Okay, so as you can see, CLC clears everything that is on the command window. Okay, clears everything that is on the command window. And then we have clear. Clear is a little more dangerous because the CLC just clears everything in the command window. It doesn't clear anything else. Okay, but then clear would clear all your variables here. So when I press enter, okay, you can see that all the variables that we created previously have disappeared. Okay, so let's bring the x back and see. Yeah, so let's bring the x back, and then let's create another one called y is equal to 3 or something. Okay, so the clear can be used in another way. So I can say clear x. So then it will clear only the x variable. Okay, so you see the x has disappeared here. Okay, yeah, so that's CLC and clear. They are used to clear. CLC is used to clear the command window, and then clear is used to clear the workspace. Okay. Now, another important command is the help command. Okay, it's the help command. Okay, so let's say you know a function or a command, but you don't know how it works. Okay, so I can say help clear, press enter, and then it will bring up information, the documentation on clear. Okay, so clear variables and functions from memory, remove all variables from the workspace. Variables does the same thing. Clear variables does the same thing. Okay, clear global removes all global variables. So you can read on and then see what clear is about. Okay, so this for a command. So you can go help sims, and let's see what will come up. Okay, yeah, so you can see that it gives a lot of information on it. So help CLC. All right, clear command window, as I said. Okay, so let's clear it. And see, okay, so we have another function that we can look at. Okay, so let's bring back x. Set 1 to 10. So we go through how we declare this. Okay, yeah, so let me teach you another thing. Let's say you want to create a variable. Okay, so as you can see here, x is equal to 1 is to 10. It creates x from 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so if you don't want this output to come, so you can bring a semicolon at the end. Okay, and then it won't bring the output, so you just simply go to the next line. But then if you look in the workspace, you can see that a has been declared here. Okay, so if you want to bring the information of the variables in the workspace onto the command window, you type who, okay, to see all the variables that are available. Okay, so who, you can see that a is available, x is available, and y is also available. And then if you want to know more information about the variables, you use whos. Okay, so as you can see here, it's just like how it has been declared. So you have name, size, and value, and then the type. Okay, so we'll go into data types later. Thank you for joining me in the onboarding session for the Matlab course. Yeah, so in the next lessons we are going to be treating variables, arrays, vectors, and matrices. Okay, so we are going to treat variables, arrays, vectors, matrices, and then their operations. Okay, their operations, and then after that we'll treat decision making with if and then else, and then we will treat loops. Okay, we'll treat loops. So Matlab has its own programming language, and like any other programming language, it has rules that you have to follow. It has its own syntax. Okay, so we've seen a little bit of the syntax here, how to create variables and all that. All right, so that will be it for this session. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye.